Hiya, and welcome to the show. I'm Sinead Renaye. I'm here with Chase today, and we're going to be talking about our guilty pleasures, especially in the film industry.
Oh, I love it how you had to preface that, especially in the film industry.
Yeah, in the film industry.
You know what I mean? You know, you don't have to give your full name, Sinead. It doesn't sound as sexy.
I'm just Sinead.
All right. But either way, we are talking like films, you know, films of all genres, old preferably, but you know, like, cause you, first of all, let people know about you, Sinead, a little bit, because you are an old film fan because of, you know, your man dad. No, I'm kidding.
Man dad.
Yeah.
Big scary man from the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. She likes them old, right?
Yeah.
But no, so your parents took you. Your parents took you to the films. Your parents took you to the pictures, did they, Sinead?
Yes, they did take me to the pictures. It's mostly, I remember, just about the generation that kind of lived with a blockbuster video. So just about remember that.
Yeah. Well, you could just about to remember that. I could fully remember it. And I'm just trying to show, like, you know, better movie podcasts, you know, I'm like an old dog and I like my young blood. So here's our young blood girl. You know what I mean? Because, like, basically you like older films is what I'm trying to say. So you like the classics and stuff. Give us some of your faves.
I'm well into the Child's Play franchise. I just think
that's
the puppetry.
not old to me.
Not old. We're getting there. Hammer House of Horror.
Well, that's old.
Pretty cool. I have that on DVD at home. I just think they're phenomenal little things.
Do you like those little, like that whole vampire trinity kind of thing?
Yeah, and the children
always,
of the
it was always
wolves.
3 women in white, weren't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the story is the same in any Hammer House.
Well,
You know, just throw in 3 females and you're good.
you got it, yeah.
You got it in one.
Writes itself.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but I mean, like when you mentioned Child's Play, I mean, because I mean, obviously that was kind of like late to the serial killer genre, you know.
Yeah.
So, but you must have seen like Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers and
yeah.
all. Do you like that whole slasher kind of final girl kind of films?
Yeah, it's just a classic, isn't it? That is horror as we know it. It's you know, you get the good girl at the end trying to, does she live? Does she not live? Like that whole, you know, this big scary thing swearing and chasing her about.
It's the girl that says no.
Say no, girls. It'll save your life.
Yeah, save your life. But so you're not into the Sound of Music then? No. You must have watched that.
Yeah, obviously. I think it'd be a bit better if like Freddie was chasing him about the hills, maybe. Sing about that. The hills are alive with the sound of screaming.
Yeah, right. And then when they bobbing their heads up and down, and then the head slice. See, what I like about the Better Movie Podcast is we come up with our own ideas for films. So, like, I'm liking this because then we'll ask Sinead like what some of her mad theories are. You know, because basically, you know, it was always trying to look at films. I mean, all of type of shows that we have on our new Geek Essentials channel. So we have to do that call to action shade. Oh, I like that, Sinead.
Shade.
But like, without call to action of, we changed the name to so that way we come up further on the thing. So if you like and subscribe, this kind of stuff. If you like and subscribe, Sinead, you know what I'm saying. Subscribe. Anyway. The Geek Essentials. That's our channel where we have all our shows. But what we also were hoping to start this week was we're going to create a group environment, like a breakfast show.
Yeah.
So Sinead decided to join us on the what do you call that? The collective, the movie squad. I think we've come up with the team. So that means that for the new season that's coming on, we'll be combining James Jump from Cinema Snaps, you know, Matt Sloan from the Better Movie Podcast, you know, and then now Sinead with her little premiere here today with the Guilty Pleasures. But you'll see all 4 of us together around the round table of fear. No. You know, I mean, because like basically we're all movie fanatics, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it's like, What the hell was that?
It was the humanoids. The humanoids from the mic.
That was Sinead telling me stay on topic, Chase. It's not your show. All right. So tell us, what is your guilty pleasure, Sinead?
Well, my guilty pleasure this week, Chase, has been Humanoids from the Deep, which you suggested to me.
Okay, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Because see, that'll go down wrong. I didn't suggest it, Sinead.
What? No. What? No, I stumbled upon it completely by coincidence.
It was one of those films you said your parents never showed you.
No, it was always like on their shelf, and I was just like,
was it on their shelf?
It was on their shelf.
You sure it wasn't under the
high
bed?
Shelf that I couldn't reach.
I remember going into my parents' room and there would be films in the drawer and everything. Don't go in there. Okay. Humanoids from the Deep by Roger Corman, the inimitable producer Roger Corman, who was a master. He was not only a master producer, but he also was a teacher in a way, because a lot of the young Turks auteurs started through his, and they called it his film school. So everybody from Ron Howard to Martin Scorsese to Jonathan Demme, everyone made a film in Roger's factory and everything. So I tried to send Sinead like a behind the scenes so that way give her some kind of heads up. But hey, what are you gonna do? Get busy. So to start us off with, why don't you give us a breakdown of Humanoids from the Deep?
Right. Well, Humanoids from the Deep involves. So there's this team of scientists, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to get these salmon to like breed faster and grow bigger. To grow bigger. And
we need big salmon. Big salmon.
We need the big salmon to fill our tins. So obviously there's this little community. Is it set in California?
Yeah, one of those seaside communities. Yeah, so shot in California.
Yeah, so you got like this little community of people, mostly fishermen, sailors, that kind of thing. They all kind of, get together. They're kind of like, this fish population thing. It's not brilliant. And somewhere down the line, I think what's the first kill? Is it a girl and a boyfriend, or is
Yeah.
So this is the young couple, because of course it's a young couple on a beach in the 80s movie. Always the young couple on the beach doing things they shouldn't be. Get attacked by this humanoid from the deep.
Now, before you go further into that, let me give you a little behind the scenes of that, right? So, Roger, when his film was, I think it was originally called Something in the Dark, right? And he hired a female director because he figured, hey, look, I'm tired of these sausage parties, but I really think that I respect women, and I like he does like the female heroine, who could kind of like take care of herself. So I'll have a woman director.
Is that Barbara Peters?
Yeah. And but so what she did was, so she's like, okay, let me get this straight. So these salmon, they killed the men and raped the women. So Roger's like, yes, of course they do.
Right?
Obviously. Well, she's like, okay. So she shoots pretty much most of the film, hires the actors, and she's like, yeah, so Something in the Dark kills men. So the killing of the men was all grisly, ripping heads off and all that other kind of stuff. And then Roger looks at it and goes, wait a minute. Where's the rape scenes? Right?
Where they at?
They're dead. No. They get raped.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of rape in this movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the female director decided not to do that. So he had to bring in the AD and say, listen, you need to go out and shoot the film I actually want. So then he started shooting all of these, mad rape scenes. So can you imagine now, as I just told you that, like thinking about the film, There seemed to be I thought was wondering why there was a rape scene every 5 minutes.
Every 5 seconds. They're just cut in there, aren't they?
They're just cut in.
They're just. I remember there was the one when they were in the tent, and he had a ventriloquist dummy, and she just and the thing just rips open the tent and just kills off the guy. The dummy gets thrown in the corner, and the woman runs down the beach.
Oh God! And then you're like, "Whoa, that guy, he got killed kind of violently."
Yeah,
right?
Poor puppet.
But then it's like, so these salmon, who are like toad men or something like
look
that.
Nothing like salmon, if we're being honest.
They look more like toads. It was kind of like, I think that's what it was. They were crossbred with tadpoles and everything. That's what the female scientist says. And so yeah, they will find these women, who were raped, and some of them were left alive, or everything else like that. But so what's going on? And of course, you need a big hero like Doug McClure.
Of course.
Doug McClure. If anybody knows Doug McClure, that's not your hero. But he was kind of like Tab Hunter from the 50s. You know what I mean? Or I think he was in Troll Hunter. You know what I mean? Doug McClure was just one of those kind of guys. He acts the same way every time. But so I just thought that was really interesting to find out that this was like 2 films cut into 1 film, because the actors who were hired for the female version, Something in the Dark, and at that time I might be wrong, but who knows? But they saw the screening and they were like horrified, right? Yeah. And that's what I just I know like, you like these kind of horror movies, but I know you're probably saying, Chase, why'd you just give me this one? But I was curious about what your response to it. Knowing that's how it happened, what is your response to the film?
I can. It shows, like, in the
it shows. What did that mean?
It shows. It was kind of like, it started off as like this thing, like, oh, there's this town, and something's going on, and this thing's eating all the golden retrievers. It's eating all the golden retrievers and leaving the huskies. Like, what's going on there? And then it just randomly cut to like, some girl and her boyfriend on the beach. He gets killed, she gets raped.
Girl.
And then it was back to the story again, and it just I think it did at least 4 times. It happened back and forth between the 2.
Yeah.
And you knew it was the same movie. Obviously, it was the same thing crawling around, but it was just kind of a bit like you could tell, like, the direction kept going from one place to the other.
Yeah. I mean, I liked, when I looked at the behind the scenes, I liked Mark Goldblatt, who became a big famous editor, like, talks about this film. But I liked how when they were like, yeah, it's about female empowerment. What do you mean? But then so the woman who is Doug McClure's wife, she's got a kid, right? So it's supposed to be like, hey, you can't stop a mother's instinct. So the humanoid's trying to come into the house. So she manages to get the kid into the closet, who's still crying, by the way, and everything. And then she tries to go into the living room and makes it into the kitchen. So the humanoids come in to break into the house. Yeah, but they thought, hey, this is really clever. She'll use household cleaning products against the
female empowerment.
Yeah.
Use that shake and vac.
Oh my God, that's female empowerment. I gotta tell you, she knows how to clean her house and what disinfectant works on what salamander. And then it's like, so yeah, because she survives the 2 that break it in, but then basically with the second one, she gets the kitchen knife, right? Like doing all that, and the editor is like, yeah, I actually had some drop frames, and I it made it feel like it was much faster. So it's really grotesque. But anyway, so there's a knock at the door or bang at the door, whatever. So she goes to the door, and then she tries to stab whoever's at the door. Yeah, obviously, it's Doug McClure. Yeah, manages to catch her hand.
Yeah,
I am not a humanoid. You cannot stab me.
No.
Oh my God! And do you know who Vic Morrow is?
No.
He was the asshole at the who was his antagonist.
Yeah.
But he's a big actor. He's been in a lot of films. He's actually the dad to Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah.
That's her father. That's and like so he was, but like it was just funny like. He's just like, I'm here just to be the beer swiggling butthead, you know? You know, and like when the humanoids attacked the amusement park, that scene, and, you know, like where the kids...
climbing upon the thing.
Yeah, I can't get up. You know, and he's like, oh, I'll save you, kid. The hell is this movie? And then they had a beauty queen who was like... Miss Salmon.
Miss Salmon.
And they thought, hey, isn't that clever? Because it's Salmon coming to kill them.
Get it?
Yeah, get it? Yeah. And then she also fights back. And, you know, she's like, I know, you can't just grab me.
Bearing in mind, she's screaming in the corner for like how long before she decides that?
She is a woman. But it was just one of those really mad films, you know. It's not a slasher film, it's not a horror film, it's in between, which is what I like about it, you know what I mean? And that's why I think it's like a guilty pleasure, don't you? I mean,
yeah, honestly, no. Like you say, like there was gore in it, but it was just so like you didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, we're talking about heads chopping off, body splitting open.
Yeah, the guy in the pool and the girlfriend like pulls his shoulder. She's like, "Oh, you okay? What are you doing?" And he's just off. His head is gone, just gone.
I'm not okay. No,
because that scene was funny because 1 minute it was dead, and then the next minute he's clambering and trying to save it from the thing.
Yeah, I like that. Yo, no, we can make it. We can make it. And then, oh my God! I mean, it was I wouldn't call it racism, because it was like what the 80s. You know, because you had the so-called other hero besides Doug McClure. You had the Indian guy who had to face racism and stuff like that, but from the racist guys in town and everything. But didn't he get killed in the boat that blew up? Oh no, he didn't get killed in the boat that blew up.
No, didn't he? No, it was the blonde one. It was
the blonde one who was with
Tommy.
The girl. Yeah.
He got his legs chewed off or something, and then the Indian guy came and saved his life. But then they blamed the Indian guy for him having his legs chewed off.
Yeah, man, it's your fault that creature, that humanoid.
Literally, how come your dog's alive and ours are all dead? I'm just gonna kill your dog.
Oh my God,
so unfair.
It's so unfair. It's so unfair, and everything. But so at this point, what we want to do is one of the new things that we want to offer at Big Condo here is that because we're having a good time sharing the guilty pleasure of this, we had to invite one of our other co-hosts in, and like we have call-in opportunities now. So I'm going to give our man Matt a call and everything. Matt Sloan from the Better Movie Podcast and everything. Now, Matt, you know, is at home and he needs a little cheering up.
He does.
You know.
Hello,
Youngblood.
Hey.
You are live on Big Condo or at the Guilty Pleasure Show. Now, wait a minute. Hold on, Matt. Say hello, Sinead.
Hey.
That wasn't how you said it before. Hey.
how's it going, guys?
It's going good, man. We're having a good time talking about humanoids from the deep, you know. I mean, you know, trying to test Sinead's love for the totally obscure and unusual.
It's going really well.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so we kind of like went through some of the breakdown, but I mean, I thought, well, you know, Matt loves watching these old films, and he was supposed to be on the show, so I just wanted to know what some of your thoughts are of Humanoids from the Deep.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't be there due to the current situation of the world.
Yeah, we don't talk about the evil in the world.
We don't talk about
Just the evil on the screens.
We don't talk about it. So, yeah, I mean, Humanoids from the Deep is one of the first movies to talk about like genetic modification, I believe.
Ooh,
Science?
Matt's a scientist.
What?
I like
Go, boy.
like my science stuff. Like my science and history stuff.
Yeah, okay,
That's
so
funny,
genetic modification. Yeah, because they tried to crossbreed salamanders with toads.
Yeah, and that's scary.
It is, and it looks scary.
It didn't work.
I thought their heads looked kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
With a big mouth. And
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Do you think they just painted over them?
Especially in the amusement park scene. Hey, I'm gonna come get you.
Cowabunga!
You know, the guys in the costumes were actually like PAs. Well, hey, look, I don't have to pay them. I'm already paying them.
No, I've got a fact about this.
Ooh.
Apparently, they only had like one proper working costume. So,
What?
yeah, so all the shots are like apparently not. It's all like very well edited.
Well, yeah. Well, Mark Goldblack is a professional editor. Yes.
Yeah. But apparently, originally the director wanted to get the stuntmen to wear the costumes.
Yeah. But they couldn't fit.
No, so they had to hire people.
Oh well, I do know that they were supposed to have like two. They had like two costumes where one had the long arms, and the other one was probably the ones that they had to share. Because there was that point where they wanted to make it more creepier. So there was the long arm costume.
It's a crazy film.
It is a crazy film, man. It's one of the kind of films we would be talking about on a Better Movie podcast.
It would sit perfectly on the Better Movie podcast. Like.
No. I mean, who knows? Yeah, we got to do it because I'm trying to talk to Sinead about how they had two directors. The female killed all the guys very viciously, but then there wasn't enough sex, so Roger brought in the AD to shoot all the sex scenes, and Sinead's not talking about it enough.
Okay.
What did you think about those scenes?
What, sex scenes?
It wasn't really sex. It was rape.
When I think about all those early sex scenes from the 80s, Chase, they're all really weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. Of course it was. And
it was meant to be.
It was meant to be uncomfortable, man. No, but it was just funny, like in the behind the scenes that I watched about it, that was the issue. Wait a minute. Where's the sex?
There watching the final cut going, what do we need in this movie? We got loads of killing. We need more of the other bit.
Yeah, but then they didn't tell the actors. They didn't tell the actors that got paid to be in this movie. So what happened was that they went and saw the movie. They're like, what the fuck? What's happening?
That's not me. That's not me.
Oh yeah. You're talking about that actress who said they came up to her and they said, so for some reason you just have to take a shower right about now. What? Yeah, just take a shower. And then she refused to do it, and they're like, okay, fine, we'll just get one of them other girls. And then she said, you just get one of those other. And then so they cut to the shower scene, and it's the silhouette of the girl who's supposed to be the girl in the shower. The proportions were all wrong, but it's all right.
Something's not right there.
Who cares? Titties. Who cares?
I really don't, Sinead. So Matt, what I thought would be good is that at this part of the show is to bring you in to talk about recasting this film. Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
So wait a minute. I gotta put my fist together.
Yeah, you ready? Oh yeah.
Okay, so Doug McClure, who was our hero, right? Who they killed his dog, went after his wife and kid and everything. Who would you recast as the hero in this movie besides Doug McClure?
Oh, I mean, it's early days. I'm thinking somebody with the know-how and the elbow grease.
Know-how and elbow. You want me to help you?
I've got a couple.
Ooh, see, I love it how you surprised me like with that Ralph Macchio and Evil Dead. So go for it.
What about? Okay, bear with me.
I'm bearing.
But what about the one and only Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Big Kev.
Oh man, what movie? What year was this movie? I know Kevin Costner came out in 85.
1980.
Though. Yeah. What was 1990?
1980.
1980. You're a bit 5 years too short with Kevin Costner.
Oh, God damn it, Kevin.
I would love to give you that Kevin Costner though. I mean, like here, let me help you out. 1980, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I don't even know his name, but I know his acting name. Hannibal from the A-Team. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I love it when the black come together. You know what
I like that, you know.
like,
made me want to watch the 18 though.
Oh, well, dude.
Wow.
Hey, I got a bad attitude. I got to say like B.A. Baracus. So, Sinead, dun, dun, dun. You're an old film fan.
I am.
Who would you class as the lead in this movie?
What, the lead or the
Well, the
female?
Doug McClure. You just need any old guy.
Anyone.
That's why Kevin Costner don't work. He would have been a young guy. Keep thinking, Matt.
I go on my times next stuff. Everybody's in the past, but they're also in the future. I'm confused.
That's okay, young blood. You're young, man.
I'm a young man.
I was younger. You were very young. You were like
extremely young.
You were like a spermatozoid. At the time.
That sounds like a movie from the 80s.
Yeah. You can't think of the guy. Can you think of a girl? For the Ann Turkle
think
part.
of anyone. I'm just thinking back to like when we were on about Sound of Music, and I'm just like, get John Travolta.
We were talking, Matt, about what were we talking about?
The hills are alive with the sound of screaming. And it's just Freddy chasing the kids across the hill.
Some slashers chasing all those little kids in the hills trying to sing. So Sinead, she got points for the sound of screaming.
All I heard was the sound of screaming and then like loads of laughing.
I'm sorry, Matt. It's our show. You know how we do. We just can't go through most of it.
Yeah.
So the female playing Ann Turkle, like the science woman.
Yeah.
You're not gonna know this. Maybe the audience will. I'm gonna say Hope Lang, who was like the wife who got raped in Death Wish. What? I'm not conscious of this stuff, but I'm just saying she could have played the science woman. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, what else was she in?
Oh man, I'm trying to think now. I was a big fan of her. I mean, I don't think she was in the Ghost of Mrs. Moore or anything. Like Hope Lang, she was, she's blonde. She looked like one of those like Tippi Hedren type of actresses, but she was in the more of the '80s, period and stuff like that. See, you could cheat because you're at home. You could have just went on your computer, Hope Lang. Do it now, but I mean, I think we all agree though, like Hannibal from the A-Team would make a really good Doug McClure and stuff. Yeah, and so when we, so I have an idea here. So when we usually do the sequel, Sinead, what would be the sequel to this movie, right? And so we all remember the ending of this movie, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Matt, you remember the ending of this movie?
Yeah, sort of a little bit.
Oh, sort of. Matt, that means you didn't watch it. The ending was because there were so many girls that was raped on the beach, right? That obviously one of them gets pregnant.
Lots of rape.
Yeah.
One of them gets pregnant. And so the last scene ends up in a hospital room where the doctors, oh my God. And it was the worst cesarean ever. Because the humanoid
comes out like alien.
Yeah.
Is that like...
Yeah, that happened. That was the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was actually...
So the title happens to be "The Hills Are Alive with Screaming."
Yes.
These humanoids, they're now like baby humanoids and stuff like that. It'd be like Muppet babies. Oh my God, it'd be Muppet babies.
Humanoid babies, but it's
Muppet babies. Damn it! I love this show.
I didn't even have to say anything.
Oh man! Well, she set it off with that whole "The Hills Are Alive with Screaming." She started to sing it and everything.
Nah, the humanoids have gone from amphibious to mammals, so now they've moved from the beach to the hills.
Oh my God! She's fucking fantastic.
Now the hills are alive with screaming. Humanoids from the ground. Humanoids from the womb.
Oh, now you lost me there. But still, like sometimes you go too far, right, Matt? No,
That's the aim of the show.
Well, no, man, it's a guilty pleasure because Matt, you would say, what? I'd watch that.
Yeah, I watched that movie.
Well, man, it's just funny. Well, Matt, thanks for joining us here, on this premiere show. And I miss you, man. So get into the studio, man, as soon as you can, bro.
Yeah, as soon as I can, I'll be there.
Well, thanks for joining us. So, Sinead, say goodbye.
See you later.
See, that wasn't how you're supposed to say it. Later, man. Okay. Oh my God. Anyway, you know what? I'm hot. I'm so hot because I'm laughing. You know what I mean? But no, that was fantastic. The baby go from the beach to the Oh, you can't beat that with a bat. So, would you watch this?
Yes.
Well, saying, thanks. Lead us out with your guilty pleasure choice and everything. And, give us our call to action about like and subscribe and follow us on the Geek Essentials.
So follow us on Geek Essentials if you want to hear more of this. Guilty pleasure.
She'll get there.
I'll get there in the end. I need training. I'm not the karate kid.
Call the karate kid. Yeah. She needs training. I don't care, as long as it was funny.
It was.
So like and subscribe. This show will probably air the beginning of March or whatever, and look forward to when we could all be in the studio together again after this whole period of not being here, and look for the movie squad. And everything and more antics like this. I won't try to freak Sinead out again with my next choice. Or maybe I should. You know what I mean?
Do it, Chase.
At least she watched the movie.
I did watch it.
She just didn't get to the end part where the baby came out of the stomach.
Oh, I did, Chase. It was awful.
I know it was. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Put me off actual childbirth.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. And so, but either way you go, what do you think you would watch next before you go?
Oh God, I don't know. You've really got me onto this War of the Gargantua thing.
Oh my God! Please do tell her. Make a comment. Make Sinead watch War of the Gargantua.
Sinead watch War of the Gargantua.
What's my favorite scene then?
So they take the little brown baby Gargantua.
No, my favorite scene with the green Gargantua when he runs when he
picks up the woman and he spits out her dress.
Damn it! Gotta watch it.
You got the wrapping on it.
That's a guilty pleasure. You don't have to watch Cannibal Frankenstein Takes Over the World or whatever. Just watch the sequel, War of the Gargantuas. Join Sinead next time we get her into the studio and talking about that.
He's laughing already.
I am.
It's going to be that good.
It's a guilty pleasure. I watch that movie all the time. Oh. Not all the time. Just when it's on.
I'm sure. Okay.
Say goodbye, Sinead.
Goodbye.
That's not how you do it, damn it. Thank you for watching Guilty Pleasures.
Thank you for watching Guilty Pleasures.
Follow
This is me and
us,
Chase.
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to the Geek Essentials for more.
Thank you. That was good.
Wow.